Now, prominent Hollywood stars have used the Sundance Film Festival to condemn the shooting of Alex Pretti by ICE agents in Minnesota. One of these actresses, Olivia Wilde, I featured her earlier, said she was appalled. She was wearing an ICE out badge. Let's hear from her again.
The world is hurting right now, and this country is hurting, and it's appalling. I'm appalled. I'm sickened. And we can't go another day just sort of accepting this as our new norm. It's outrageous. People are being murdered.
Natalie Portman also had a lot to say, Kinsey.
Yeah, I mean, there is something surreal about condemning ICE while standing at an elite Sundance event surrounded by wealth and status. That disconnect is why critics see moments like this as virtue signaling rather than meaningful advocacy. I would take Olivia Wilde much more seriously if she said, and that's why I've donated this amount of money to the victim's family. But you never hear that. But yes, Natalie Portman also said that while they were at Sundance, she felt like she was seeing beauty from Americans. They're showing up for each other, protecting each other, and fighting for their freedom. She said it's a bittersweet moment to celebrate something we're so proud of on the backdrop of our nation in pain. So I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. Acknowledge it.
They're so desperately out of touch. It really is kind of comical, but it is also pathetic because you never hear them come out and say anything when you have innocent people slaughtered by people who are in the country illegally. They say nothing about the fact that the murder rate in the US dropped by around 20% last year, the biggest drop in a single year. They don't care about that. All they care about is this sort of division and regurgitating the hard left's talking points and pretending they're somehow enlightened and kind. I mean, give me a break. I've got very little patience for them, and very little patience for Kristen Stewart, another actress who's gone on an insane anti-Trump rant saying she wants to make movies in Europe, then shoves them down the throats of the American people because reality is breaking under Trump. Kinsey, she is about the worst actress, I think, that's come out of Hollywood in the last 2 decades. But tell me about this new political activism from her.
I mean, is it new? Every time she doesn't wear pants, I'm assuming she's trying to make some form of a political statement. But Kristen Stewart preaching morality is a tough sell for audiences who remember her very public controversies. This is the same woman that cheated on Robert Pattinson with her married director in front of the entire world. People are done being lectured by Hollywood, and the industry is now paying the price for that disconnect. A lot of them are unemployed. We talk a lot about how there's no work here for entertainers, thanks to Gavin Newsom. But it's also this lecturing right here. People want an escape. They want to get away. And they're tired of being told about how awful the world is by these people in Chanel that are living their best lives.
Yeah. And it's just so vacuous. That's the problem. If these were people who'd taken the time to be fully informed about an issue and we're talking from a position of deep knowledge, then you'd go, okay, there's at least something we're learning here. But it's always so vacuous and pointless. Now, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle also appeared at Sundance to promote their latest documentary, Cookie Queens, which follows the story of 4 determined Girl Scouts as they navigate their multi-million-dollar business of cookie sales. Kidsy, the doco's already turning out to be a bit of a flop. It failed to sell out and fill the theatre even at the festival. That's not a good sign.
It's not a good sign. You would imagine that celebrities would be crawling, so excited about being associated with royals in some way, shape, or form, but that just wasn't the case. As the lights went low and the film began, roughly 150 unoccupied seats scattered throughout the theater. Page 6 reports that waitlisters, which are, the nobodies, slowly filled empty places that were reserved for the high-profile Sundance pass holders who mostly ignored the visiting royals. The night before, just to give you an idea, the same theater was so packed for the invite premiere that 100 ticket holders were turned away. So it's not a good look. But We do love Girl Scouts. We apologize that Meghan Markle's gotten involved with them, but God love Girl Scouts.
And I love cookies. So, this doco seems to be have a couple of positives. Before you go, the producers of Broadway show Six, the musical, have defended their decision to cast transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney as one of the main characters, Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII. After copping major backlash from social media, Kinsey, they even restricted their X account and condemned bullying in all its forms in response to some of the feedback.
Look, some of the commentary is fair, and that feedback is the feedback getting under Dylan's skin. Some people are challenging whether Dylan earned this spot for their talent or was given the opportunity based on their infamy. Dylan believes they have the talent. Not my favorite Anne Boleyn, but I will tell you that if King Henry VIII would have caught Anne Boleyn with a hot dog down there, she probably would have lost her head a lot sooner.
Yes, I think you'd be right there, Kinsey Schofield. Thank you so much